What's going on YouTube? It's Hero Jeff here. Hell in the Cell just got over about 15 minutes ago, and oh my god. I can't, there's just one thing that's just making me so angry. But then I gotta realize the whole entire show as a whole was great. There's just one complaint about the show, and it was that ending of the show. The way they booked the last match, which indeed was Sasha Banks versus Charlotte for the Raw Women's Championship. The way they booked that last match is just got me so furious of how it ended. Not how the match went. The match was great. Great. As expected, there were some crazy spots. They didn't climb to the top of the cell. Charlotte didn't do a moonsault off the top. But there were some crazy spots. They didn't even enter the cell. It was crazy before they even entered it. They started fighting outside the ring. They did a little part where Sasha was on like a stretcher. And then she got off it. Shades of Mick Foley when he took on Taker many years ago. It was great. But then just the way they ended it, having Charlotte win the women's title once again for the third time. It just makes me think, why do they keep putting the title back on her? I mean, this just could mean this feud is not over. We are going to see another match. I don't know if it's going to be at Survivor Series, another episode of Raw in the upcoming weeks. I mean, there's only a couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks till Survivor Series anyway. So I don't know why they took the title off Sasha once again. I don't know if she's hurt again. I don't know what the deal is. I'm just not happy about that. It's got me furious. But then I gotta realize the rest of the show as a whole was great. All 3 Hell in the Cell matches were outstanding. They opened the show Rusev versus Roman Reigns for the U.S. title. That match was good. That was just a great match to start the show. That got things going. And then they had the other one, Rollins, Owens for the Universal title, which was interesting, but it was a good match. There was just like, the Sasha Charlotte match, crazy spots in that match. Crazy spot where Rollins did a powerbomb to Owens through 2 tables on the outside, like between the cage and the ring. It was crazy. Jericho somehow got in because Owens had the fire extinguisher and it got out referee's face, and then the other referee had to come and help. Left the door open. Jericho comes running down. He gets involved and then locks himself in there with the key. And then, he helps Owens, and that's why Owens won. I don't know. I was just waiting for Owens and Jericho to turn on each other, but it hasn't happened yet. We're going to see it sometime soon. It's got to happen eventually. That was a great match. All 3 Hell in the Cell matches were outstanding. There were other matches, weren't bad. I mean, the main part of the show were the 3 Hell in the Cell matches, but Brian Kendrick won the Cruiserweight title. That was cool to see. I predicted he'd win it, and he did. It just made sense for him to win it here. So he won the Cruiserweight title. We had the New Day. They retained their tag titles against Cesaro and Sheamus. Pretty decent match. Some of these matches were tough because they had to follow up one of the Hell in the Cell matches because they had the one in the beginning, the one in the middle, and the one at the end. So like the matches that had to follow it up, the crowd was kind of relaxed. They were all hyped up over the last match. They just, it's hard for them to get hyped up about the next match. So that's why it was like that. What else did we have? We had the Cruiserweight match on the pre-show. I don't even know what else. I don't know. Bayley beat Dana Brooke in a match that I completely missed. I went to go get something to eat. I came back and the match was over. It was must have been like a minute or 2 match. You wouldn't even have thought that match happened. I mean, you could have easily missed it like I did. But the Hell in the Cell matches were all good. I'm just so pissed about how they booked that. I mean, I want to know who booked that, whose idea it was. I want to know why. I mean, maybe we'll find out the story behind it in, the upcoming week here, but I just don't know the whole reasoning there to that because it was in Sasha's hometown. It was a big match. I mean, they even had these crazy entrances where it was, you would have thought it was WrestleMania with this kind of match here. I mean, it was just crazy, and then they have Charlotte win, and it just didn't make any sense, and people were just all pissed about it. I don't know. We'll have to see how it falls out tomorrow on Raw. But that's it. Hell in the Cell. I mean, I still enjoyed the show. I'm trying not to get pissed over one little thing that happened at the end. I mean, I'm still gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. That's how good I thought it was. Definitely enjoyed it. I mean, it could have got a 10 out of 10. I might have gave it a 10 out of 10 if the booking wasn't the way it was for the last match there. But it was just crazy. The Hell in the Cell matches. It's nice to see they actually used the cell. And then, they were using a lot of tables, too, in the Sasha Charlotte match and the Owens and Rollins match. A lot of tables involved and stuff, so it's nice to see they're actually using it and not just putting a cell around the ring and just fighting in the ring like it's any other match, and then, maybe one bump into the cage or whatever, that's it. But there was some crazy stuff in here. They're definitely all going to be sore in the morning, those who were in the Hell in the Cell matches, because it was crazy. That's basically it though, guys. Let me know what you guys thought of Hell in the Cell, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me over on Twitter, link is below, and thank you for watching the video.